Oh.
Whoa, it's turning, it's turning.
Whoa!
Left town with nothing but my shoes. Looking for a place I can sing my blues. God knows I got nothing to lose. I've got no place to go. Home is a road with no place to go. And now every city corner and now every city street. But the people don't care, not the ones that I meet. Folks close their eyes so they don't gotta see. I've got no place to go. Home is a road with no place to go. I don't know where I'm supposed to be, but I'll find my way to tomorrow. I don't know if I'll make it before the free, but I'll keep trying until it's over. I don't know where I'll go. I don't know, but I'll find my way to tomorrow. Don't fade away. Looking for a place I can lay my head. 'Cause everyone I know is in my book and someday. Looking for a place I can stay a night. I'll give you all I got if you can ease my troubled mind. I don't know where I'm supposed to be, but I'll find my way to tomorrow. I don't know if I'll make it before the day, but I'll keep fighting until it's over. I don't know where I'll live, I don't know, but I'll find my way to tomorrow. If I don't fade away. Oh.
19 more names to add onto the door this month. If you would like your name added on the door, please check out the link in the description and follow the instructions on how to become an ass kicker. I would greatly appreciate it. And 19. Thank you everyone for getting your name here on the door. I never expected that there would be this many names on the door. I'm not sure how many that is, but it's more than I thought there was. I thought maybe we'd have up to this line here, maximum, throughout the existence of this title here. But pretty soon I will have to put up a new door or find a new space to put up names because we only have this amount left. So thank you everyone who has asked to have their name put on the door. If you would like your name with those names, there's a link in the description that you can click on to take care of that. All day today, here's a juxtaposition. I hope that's how you say that. Actually, I'm probably not even using the word right, but let me know in the comments if I'm using juxtaposition right. This is a saw that I gave to my neighbor. A lot of you know Armando. He's the best. He's going to come get this when he's done cleaning up his shop because he doesn't have any room for it right now. And all day today, this is where the juxtaposition comes in. All day today, I've been cleaning up my shop to make room. Because over the last couple of weeks, I've been super busy in here, along with my shop mates making stuff. So all the benches have gotten cluttered. The floor has gotten cluttered. I had doors and drawers open. Most of the mess is my fault. Sorry if this is making you dizzy, by the way. Most of this is my fault because I'm in here every single day. I had a whole bunch of raw materials come in, stuff that needed to be sorted to be put away into the art trunk. Plus I had like my household recycle and garbage and leftovers from client work and stuff. And I haven't had time to clean all of it up because I've been doing a lot of work with trying to figure out my commissions and some other projects for other client work and stuff. And then also Johnny B has been in the shop using my studio space as a spray booth, which was perfectly fine. I was very happy to let him use it. He's helped me out quite a bit as well. But I don't usually do that type of painting in here. Usually it's more so pictures that I use this space for, painting. This is one I'm currently working on that I just started. If you would like to see more of that, make sure you follow my Instagram where I will be sharing some progress pictures. But we're not going to focus on that right now because there is a reason why I was cleaning up this space, getting stuff decluttered off the floor, putting stuff away, and that's to make room for my next project. A couple days ago, my friend Alex called me over to his store, Curiosity Inc., where he wants me to build a shelf in this cluttered area. Now, for taking measurements when you got such a crowded, cluttered area, it's best if you can get yourself a bob. I just find that a bob can be super helpful in so many different areas. Like one, a bob will help you measure stuff. Also, this dog just bit my leg, so that was annoying. So two, a bob will attempt to warn you about a potential dog attack. It won't always be effective because that dog bit me anyway. Not his fault. I was wearing headphones, so I didn't hear anything. Not the greatest feeling in the world, but it actually wasn't that bad. That's the second time I've been bit by a dog doing client work. The first time, though, it was the actual client's dog. I was carrying my taping tools, which are these things right here, often referred to as bagpipes because they kind of look like bagpipes. They also kind of sound like bagpipes. I've done that joke before. I still think it's funny though. Anyway, I was carrying a bucket of tools just like this. Jumped off my truck, walked past the dog, and it just grabbed onto my leg and just, I was like, ugh! It was not the greatest time. The owners felt pretty bad. In fact, they gave me this open edition Goddard print here that they had. We got to talking about art because I'm always talking about art with my clients because I'm trying to hustle my art. I would rather do art for a living than framing or drywall or taping. So yeah, I got a few of them actually. I got this one and this one. The only numbered one I have is this one here, and the thing that's cool about this is that this is a finger painting, and I finger paint, so that was really cool. So that was the first one that I ever bought. And oh, I also have this, which is really cool. There is only one in the world. I should really put that in something so it doesn't get dusty in here. Oh yeah, and I also have this, which is pretty cool, that he drew for me at one of his shows. So although he is the top selling living artist in the world, this is probably the closest thing to an original that I will ever have from him. Real quick, I saw my reflection in there and I thought someone was looking in the window, and I was like, what the hell? So you can see my reflection here, so you can imagine me just turning my head to the window and then turning back and then... Anyway, that would be freaky. I have to just say something about this hat here. This is a pretty rare piece because Goddard doesn't typically sign things that he doesn't himself sell. I got this off of a kiosk in the mall where the gallery was, and I just took a chance that he would sign this for me. And I had no reason to believe that he would. I just was hoping that he would. So I got this, and I got Ashley bought his book for me. She got it for my birthday or Christmas or something, and then I brought it to the show. Anyways, we got to talking, and he remembered me from Instagram because he started following me on Instagram. And I remember it was like a big deal to me because he's my favorite artist, and he told me that my art was the best art in this one gallery that I was in. And I like lost my mind. I was like fangirling hard.
The following is a reenactment of actual events.
Dude, what the heck? I think Goddard likes my... I suck at reenactments, but this was the video that I shared, and it was just me painting at this art show that you can see all these other people there, and then I was working on these two paintings, right? Then if we go to the comments, look right here, it says Goddard's Crazy Life. There's two comments. Goddard's Crazy Life says, yours is the coolest art in the place. And then I reply, hey, thanks, Real Batmobile. You know the place? Now, there's some backstory here. Real Batmobile, which ties into the hat. That's how I knew he was a big fan of Batman. Used to be his Instagram handle, but then he changed it to Goddard's Crazy Life. So Real Batmobile was like just a random generic name, and that's why I said, oh, hey, thanks. You know the place? I had no idea that this was Goddard. Then after a while, he would sign it with his other official Instagram name as well, with his other handle as well. And then I was like, dude! And I freaked out and was so happy that he liked my art. And now every time I go to his shows, he always says hi to me and stuff, and it's pretty awesome. Which I would say is just pure graciousness. Is that even a word? And now, years later, like that was in what, 20, what did that say? 20, this is my old phone here. That was in 2013. Man, that was like, how long ago was that? Like, 8 years ago? Man, I was like, what, 18 or something like that? That's insane. So now, years later, my art is in the same gallery as his, in that same gallery that I first met him. Anyway, that all is probably boring to you, but you have no idea what that meant to me as a young artist. So I just thought I would share. Sorry for going long. I don't know how that came about from talking about a dog bite. But anyway, I told them that Goddard was my favorite artist, so they gave me this piece there. I'm pretty sure they thought I was going to sue them, which I wouldn't have done because, whatever. Dogs bite, they have teeth. They was nervous or something. I don't know what its problem was. I didn't like it, but it wasn't that bad. Anyway, I'm getting derailed here. Alex asked me to build him some shelves, so that's what we're going to do. But if you look here, it's pitch black outside because it's quite late. So I think we're going to pick up on this project tomorrow. You know what would have been awesome? Is if I just turned off the lights here, and then that would have been a perfect transition. And then the very next day I could just hold something black in front of the camera, like this book here that I used to write down all the measurements and draw little diagrams in to build the shelves. I did this because normally I build stuff on site, but it's easier if I build it here at home. So I got all this wood. I did not expect that to happen. But that's okay. It's all gonna get chopped up anyway. I have all this wood that I'm gonna try to make look like this. Okay, so I cut the board in such a way that I can use both pieces. There won't be any waste out of the length here, or out of the width here, I mean. So the 2-inch piece here is going to be the risers, and then the skinnier leftover piece is going to be the cross pieces that's going to hold up the shelves. So after ripping this down on the table saw and then finishing up the rest of my skittles that were smushed underneath all this lumber, I then did all the rest of them. Oh, except for these 4 right here. I bought a few extra just in case, so I didn't want to process everything down smaller. If we did, has that been like that the whole time? There we go. Anyway, I didn't want to process this into smaller stock in case we didn't need to use it, because it's always more useful big if I can use it for something else. Then I can process it into the size that I want then. Anyway, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of this stuff and turn it into something useful. Oh, look at this. This is a consequence of today's lumber. It's very weak because it's very young, but it's what we have. So this piece probably will not be useful for this build, in which case I will have to rip down another piece. But we'll see. On to the main workbench. Or actually, wait. On to the miter saw. But I still have to cut these down to length. I actually have a few dimensions to cut here because I have a couple different shelves to build that have multiple levels, if you will. And they're all supposed to match the existing shelves that are already in there. The ones that I built last year will be basically exactly the same. And all of these are supposed to aesthetically match the original shelves, although they will be built more uniformly because the original 100-year-old shelves were built pretty willy-nilly. That's okay, as long as they all look good. Now back to the main bench, where I'll start by assembling all of my uppers here. So I'm basically just making a bunch of ladders, if you will. So I pre-cut a whole bunch of cross pieces here, which were a real pain in the ass. To make it easier though, I just put on a stop block and cut a whole bunch against the stop block, and that made it really quick and easy. Except for that there's still tear out. I need to change my blade, so I glued a piece of sandpaper to the bench to get rid of all that quickly. There we go. Now I'll have to measure out exactly where these all go, but more or less this is what I'm going to have. Something like that. Now I'm just going to glue and screw after taking a measuring tape to it. If we look at our notes here, I have 12, 16, 16, and 16. Those are referencing the spacing between the shelves. So 12, and then compensate for the shelving material by 3/4 of an inch. That is where that should go, and then from there, from there, you want to go like this, up 16. I'm sure there's a better way to do this. Compensate on that, 3/4 of an inch, go like that, and then I can go all the way up. And once I do that, it doesn't have to be super perfect, as they're supposed to look like they've aged quite a bit to kind of match the 100-year-old ones. Once I do, wow, look at that wood, macaroni. Once I do that, I can mark my other marks by just simply going across. Just like that. I only need to do the bottom one because that's where my cross piece will go. That was just to reference my next line so I knew where to draw it. Again, there's probably a better way to do it. I just can't do math very well. There we go. This one will serve as my master. I just have to make sure that all my lines are nice, which they are. All the way down. Good. It's time to glue. Bottom one doesn't need to be marked, of course. Glue and screw. Just want to make sure that I pre-drill, which I should have done first, so that I don't split the wood, because that would suck. And then after that, there we go. It is together. Some of these didn't go straight across because the wood is a little wonky, so all I had to do was introduce a little persuasion, and now everything is more or less good. It doesn't have to be perfect because the aesthetic is not perfect. This is supposed to just be general store shelving, and the originals are nowhere near perfect. But these are a lot better. So that is my master there. Now what I'm going to do is take more stock, like so. I basically just need to trace where the stuff goes. Like that, like that, like that, like that, like that, and then of course that one goes on normal. And I can take the next one. This is similar to how you would mark plates when you're framing. I mean, it's different, but it's the same. The plates being the top piece of wood and the bottom piece of wood, and the very top piece of wood on a wall when you're putting together the stick framing of a house. There we go. Now I got my master there, or my second there. Thanks to the master, I can put the master to the side, pull these up, and put in my new cross members here. Check for the good one. Look at this wood. Absolute garbage. But it'll work. Because it's going to be strengthened and have there we go, and have some rigidity added to it when I put it on the shelves. Same thing happened with the ones I built last year. There we go. Another option is to do it this way, where I use the master as a sort of a jig or a stencil, if you will. And I taped everything off here so that I wouldn't get glue, or minimal glue anyway, all over it when I glue this up. And this should save some time, in theory. I won't have to do any drawing or anything. I can just simply place everything where it goes and glue and screw. And of course, pre-drill. Very important that we pre-drill. Just make sure everything's lined up pretty close. And then drill our hole so we don't get splits. And then do that all the way down on both sides. Then glue. And screw. There we go. I put these clamps on here to kind of hold it in place so I wouldn't have to keep checking back and forth to make sure that everything stayed in place. As I go. Now, if I lift this up, any glue squeeze out is on the tape and not on the wood, and that means I have to do minimal sanding so that the wood will accept stain. All right. And there we have it. 3 sets of risers. Now we got this set here. Oh wow, look how long my finger is with this wide angle lens. Oh, it looks normal there. I don't know why that's funny to me, but it is. That's so funny. Okay, anyway. Oh, it looks normal there too. We got this set of risers here for one shelf, and then these 2 here are going to be another L-shaped shelf. So now that those are done, tomorrow we're going to start dealing with this lumber here, which we're going to use for our bottom. So those are our uppers, and these will be our bottom bases, if you will, making them out of 2x4 or mostly 2x4 for extra strength.
have a giant truck because you don't have a sign thing on the front.
Oh.
I drove past, actually I went to the next acreage thing down. It's nice in here.
You like it?
Yeah, I do.
Well, welcome.
It's more you than your last shop, and it's better because it's yours.
Yeah.
It's not somebody else's garage. Nice, you've been busy.
Yeah.
You've been doing stuff.
Here and there. Trying to get it done.
So you're okay with me filming and doing a Josh tour?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, then I'll start up here. I'll pretend like I just walked in.
Okay.
A few moments later.
All right, that was a good visit. Gave Alex a little tour. If you want to watch that, I'll put a link in the description to his video. Now, back to what I was up to.
slaving to the backbeat, baby. Here we go. I've been trying not to look back, keep distracted by my radio whale. Oh, I've been hiding from the daylight, thinking I might find the future in the shade I make. Oh, look at the time, it's sad boy hours. It's sad boy hours. Bottles breaking for the taking to the depot. I hate change. Got a stick in how I'm fading. I can't stay the same. I'll be sleeping off the turnpike, baby. You got a pillow? You got something? I can't seem to fall asleep. It's fairly wet. I've been trying not to look back, keep distracted by my radio wave. Oh, I've been hiding from the daylight, thinking I might find a future in the shade I make. Oh, I've been trying not to look back, keep distracted by my radio waves. Oh, I've been hiding from the daylight, thinking I might find a future in the shade I make. Oh. Haven't you ever seen a train wreck before? Okay, here's $10. Just go and get me as many Gatorades as your tiny little arms can carry. Oh, could you help me with this? Woo! I've been trying not to look back, keep distracted by my radio wave. Oh, I've been hiding in the daylight, thinking I might find a future in the shade I make. Oh, I've been trying not to look back, keep distracted by my radio wave. Oh, I've been hiding in the daylight, thinking I might find a future in the shade I make. Oh, I break, but I lack a real backbone. I make funny shapes, origami folds. I take what I need, so you come and do.
All right, I'm gonna let all those glue ups dry and the long one dry, and while that's happening, I think I'm gonna take all my small short waste and scrap from this project and all those cutoffs and scrap wood made my dinner. I know that not everyone likes hot dogs, but I happen to love hot dogs. So this morning I'm heading over to Alex's to drop off the shelving units. Yesterday I stained everything up, and everything with that went quite smoothly in practice. However, we couldn't remember which color we used for the rest of the shelves in the store. So we might have a little bit of a mismatch, but that's okay because none of the shelves are side by side with the shelves that are already in the store. So we should be fine. Let's see if I can pull in here. There we go. Let's go inside and see if we can have a look at the space, see if everything's cleared out so we can just screw everything in place. Look at the guy.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Oh yeah, you got everything cleared up.
Yeah, pretty well.
Nice. Everything went smoothly? Or no?
What's that?
Did everything go smoothly?
No.
No?
Not really.
Oh.
I ripped a whole bunch of the wall out. We did a really rough patch on it because it's getting buried by shelves anyway.
Okay. Well, don't feel bad because I also screwed up.
Okay.
So I just finished staining everything and getting everything ready to set up tomorrow. And as I should and usually do, if I do write down my measurements and stuff rather than build in place, I check to make sure everything's good because I want the install to go smoothly. Well, I just realized, remember how I said I wanted this wood to look like this picture? Well, see this measurement here, 47.5, and this measurement here, 6 feet. This is what I cut. This is what I was supposed to cut because this shelf here doesn't change. It's supposed to be 33. This is supposed to sit against that because of this bulkhead here that's on the ceiling. And I want this to seat against that with its tall shelves there. So my bottoms are all wrong. Good thing it's easy to make things smaller and I don't have to worry about making things bigger. Whoa. Okay, let me just show you. When this piece is sitting on end, this is the 6 foot mark. That's what I thought I needed to do. What I actually needed to do was cut it at 47.5 inches right down here. It's not a big deal, like I said, because it's easier to make things smaller than longer. Once wood is cut, it's cut. It's that whole measure twice, cut once thing. Well, I should have looked at my measurement diagram thing twice and then cut once, but I didn't. The thing that sucks the most about this, speaking about cutting, is I had to do 3 of these bird's mouth pieces, which are just a pain. They're actually not that big a deal, but if I only cut 2, that would have been more fun. So I took that one off of here, and now I have to move this one up to match the new line. It's a whole thing. Let's just cut it down to this. And now that this is smaller, that means that the top that goes here also needs to be smaller so that we don't have issues with it blocking this door here. That would be counterproductive. So we got that in there. And I thought I had to take off the baseboard, so I did that.
Well, goodbye, fancy board.
Oh. Whoops. Well, we're gonna probably use some of this, depending on how everything else works out. I found a little shopping list here.
What?
In a spacer. I found a shopping list here. We got some 3 doors with magnets, 4 door levers, 30 feet of 5/4 by 6 something. I don't know, what is that? I don't know.
Oh, when they were doing the renos?
Glue and biscuit joiner, yeah. White and translucent silicone. Yeah, they just used this as a spacer for the way they did their baseboards.
You didn't find a Garfield though.
No Garfield, but there will be one.
unhappy.
Yeah, they don't reach the freaking ceiling.
I blame whoever did the measurements.
Yeah, exactly. I even checked them twice, but I checked them twice on the on this shelf going this way, not on going up. This one will be fine.
Are you sure this one's fine too?
That one will be fine because it has different types of legs. This one though needs to be taller.
How about we just lower the whole ceiling down 6 inches?
You know what? That might be easier.
So what are you gonna do?
I think it's like 4.5 inches.
Yeah.
I think since this is just screwed, I can just unscrew it and then screw in longer, 4.5 inch longer. Ah, damn it. Yeah, 4.5 inch longer legs. And then the other part, I can just match it. And let's see if these will also.
So everything's short?
There we go. Yeah, these are short because I measured everything. I don't know what I was doing. Exactly. Maybe my bob was defective. I don't know.
There's no way to just put a spacer on the bottom, I guess, eh?
I could put a spacer. Oh, there?
Yeah, underneath the shelf itself.
Well, I would have to do it on this one too.
Right.
I'll go get some wood. Dang it. Ah, man. At least that one went together quite nicely. All the measurements are correct. Damn it. There we go. I'm gonna get a 12-footer. Holy crap. So freaking expensive, but it's what we have to work with right now. I just want to make sure that I can get a straight one. Wow, lots of these are macaroni. Just terrible. I don't know if you can see that well. That one's okay. Usually the ones on the bottom haven't been picked through yet. And those, oh yeah, those ones are usually way better. So it's got a little bit of wane in it, but it'll do. And look who's behind me, Zenobia.
Honey, how are you?
And Hans.
Bud. Josh!
Air Fun.
Go air fun.
Yeah, air fun.
I'm working on Alex's store right now.
Oh,
Right on.
Putting in a shelf. I'm putting in a shelf that I already built, and I built it too short. So got to make some changes.
Some adjustment.
So guess
Right.
what we're doing today?
What?
We're going to the musician's house and doing tile.
Okay.
So that's what we're doing.
All right. Well, good luck.
Yeah,
That
okay,
should
no
be
problem. We'll see you later.
All right, see ya.
Have a good day, buddy.
Okay. Okay. I'll use this as my sawhorse, and I'll just grab my straight edge here. Now I didn't bring my miter saw, so I'm going to use this because luckily I did bring my, what do you call it, circular saw. Excellent. Okay, but first I need to know what the exact measurement is that I'm cutting. Draw a line there. Okay, that is 4 5/8. Add 4 5/8 to 26. So it'll be 30 5/8 extension. Maybe I'll make it a little bit shy so that there's room just in case it's not uniform all the way along. And then take those off and put on the new ones. Hey, Alex.
Yeah.
Come here for a sec.
All right.
I got a plan. I got a plan together. I got a plan
together before.
Do you know how to do the you know in Mario when he eats the mushroom? Do you know how to make that sound?
The sound of somebody eating a mushroom, maybe like this. Not bad. Or it's poisonous. But no, I don't think I can do the Mario one.
Man, that's such a good sound.
Yeah, try and make it for me so I remember.
It's like...
Like it's leveling up?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you're going to do with the shelves?
Yeah.
So, now it should be good.
Yeah, it should be good now. Once I put these ladder boxes up there. Yeah, it should be good. It worked. We got everything up. Everything meets the ceiling nicely now. And there was next to no problems. One thing, however, I found out quickly, is that I took the baseboards off for no reason. So in this area, there's a trap door leading into the basement. Alex wanted the base of the shelf to be wider than the shelving on top of it. And to achieve this and not hinder entrance to the trap door, I decided to use corbels rather than legs so you wouldn't have to move the entire unit to move down into the basement. And to accommodate the corbels, I needed to remove the baseboards. Or so I thought. After fastening it to the wall, I realized, oh, we actually might be in luck here. Since this wall is way out of, like it's obviously not plumb.
Yeah.
The baseboard, the full baseboard will fit behind there. Like, cause look at that slope.
Oh yeah.
That's way off. Or maybe the floor is
probably
out of level or something. Whatever the case is, I think we can just put that baseboard back with no issues. Or part of it anyway. Nice. In the end, it all worked out. Alex is filling it up.
Yes,
I
am.
It's strong, and it looks just like the other ones, I would say.
Yeah, it looks like it was done by the same person.
And I think I got the same color. So that one there, and then of course this one here. This one went up super easy. That one was super quick. And then of course the ones that I made last year, I think that's the same color. And those are supposed to match these ones over here aesthetic-wise. Now these ones, we had to make risers for them so that it could go all the way up to the ceiling because that's the look Alex was going for. And what we had to work with was very wonky, but since it's all up there and filled with stock and stuff all the way along, it looks good, and you can't tell that they're like all crooked and stuff. So part of those being crooked gives us a little leeway and some grace with having perfect versus imperfect measurements in these shelves, which is good because the floor is wonky, as I showed when I put this piece on here, or the wall was out, one of the two, or probably both, and all sorts of other little anomalies when it comes to 100 and some year old buildings. How old is this building again?
It's from 1913.
1913, so over 100 years old. All those different things that you have to factor in actually help with the precision, the tolerance in precision. So I'm happy with it. I like the way it looks, and I think when people come in here, it'll be a nice new look for them. And I think most folks will probably think it looks good. It looks very general store-y, which is what it's supposed to look like, right?
Indeed.
General store-y. I don't know if that's how you say that, but I think it looks good.
Hello. Hey, how you doing? Good. Sorry, I'm not open today, actually. Oh. Yeah, I'll be back opening it. We're just under construction today.
Oh yeah, I saw that you were moving your cabinets around.
Oh, hey, Paul.
It's Paul. That being said, everything was built really good, strong, and it will hold everything.
Looks good.
Yeah,
I'm liking it.
I'm glad.
You got all your tools and everything?
Yep.
Just about, except for the bag of whatever that
Except
is.
for that, I almost forgot that.
Oh, I'm exhausted. I guess I probably should be calling it quits for tonight either way.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired, but there's still so much to do. And I don't know if you're anything like me. When you have a lot to do, you just want to get it done.
Yeah. Exactly.
I can't rest until it's done. But that's my alarm telling me to go visit my mom. So I gotta go.
Right.
I'm gonna shut the lights down. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah, no worries.
It's looking good.
Okay, where are we?
I would say I'm like 75% of the way there.
75%.
Yeah.
Well, good luck.
Thanks.
Okay. 75% done for Alex, 100% done for me. It's time to head home because I got projects there that I need to get done for myself. And it's funny because it's also a shelf. Whoa. The shelf that's gonna go here in this closet. There will be a shelf there and a shelf here. And actually I have another shelf to do in my downstairs project that I've kind of mentioned here and there. Ow, my knees. Hopefully, damn it. Hopefully the edit was worth it, dang. Obviously I didn't really just jump through the floor, but I really did smack my knee on the freaking concrete. Damn it. Hopefully the edit was good. Let me know in the comments. Okay, this is the other room that that we've been working on, and the shelves that we need are going to be going in there. Maybe I'll jump in my time machine so I can show you the progress from the beginning. But first I think I better change my clothes. I don't want to mess with the space-time continuum. Don't want things not making sense in this edit, although I'm probably going to forget something. Oh yeah, I wasn't wearing these either. This whole thing actually isn't going to make any sense if you don't watch the video that correlates with this one, corresponds with this one, whatever the word is. I also wasn't wearing shoes. Okay, I just need something this will work. Something with a switch on it to turn on my time machine. Okay, so it's March 8th today, and we need to go back to November 26th. Perfect. Okay, now, whoops. Now, there we go. Let me pop you off of there. I can't wait to show you guys this project from start to finish. Because, man.
Okay, let's see. You had just the right motion on that. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it the same as you. Oh, overshot by a mile. I went too big on that one. Is there a sweet spot of the floor you put this on?
I always go, okay, so here's my trick. I always start usually a little bit further back just so you can get the right amount of momentum, something about there.
Yeah, and just a little...
And then
up that way a little bit, and a little tap.
You want to aim for here or here so that it doesn't bounce wild. Okay. And then right here it drops off a little steep, so I kind of go for here and then it goes in. Yeah. But every shot is different. I'm not a freaking golfer. Oh! That was closer. Also a little too hard. Try one more time. Third time's the charm.
A little lighter.
A little lighter. But not too light. A lot of people think that means feather it. Just, you know, give it a little gusto. Oh, it bounced funny. Oh. Dang it. I still didn't even get it by hand. Yeah, well.
You could have secondary targets that are like Pringles cans glued to the floor.
Well, that's actually how it started off with that Pringle can there on actually that beam over there.
And then you went all out and drilled a hole in your floor.
Yeah, well, because the beam was in the way and I needed to use it for a project. I actually had it to do my flooring. I was going to cut it into tiles for my bedroom, but they dry pretty harshly and they crack, so I decided I would just turn that into something else where it's mostly beam.
I like your shop a lot.
I'm glad, thank you.
It's a happy place. You could just hang out here all day.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Well, I guess I'll see you back in the shop.
All right.
Hey. Well, say hi to Ashley for me too.
All right, I will. Have a good day.
Yeah, well, tomorrow is going off with Melissa to go look at places.
Nice.
We'll see. Can I tell you something off camera?
Yep.